We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Portland Trail Blazers. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter would just do a little bit of everything. Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by Williams.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Now here's Henderson. Ayton the screen. He tries for three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Here's Henderson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Chauncey Billups. Dave, what do you have to say?
And he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And it's the Trail Blazers with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to Ayton. Puts up a deep three. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder with the lead. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. The people in the know how good of a defender he is. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Sharp. Back to Ayton. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Williams. Hasn't made one yet. It's good.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the lane. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Henderson, no one around him. And the three off target. To the wing right side. For three, Holmgren. Henderson pulls it in. Here's Ayton. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
Fans, let's hear from you. Make some noise for your Blazers answer. For your Blazers answer.
Five seconds left in the first quarter. Williams, that's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Ayton. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside.
The Thunder. 19.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Henderson. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And again, it's Portland converting.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Wallace with the ball. Now Henderson defending. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace left side. Wiggins from outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And it's Williams with the ball for Portland. Trailing by 4. Short. That's good. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
And the Thunder making a switch here. And we've played through the first minute here in the second.
55. Isaiah Hartenstein.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Ayton. No good. That would have tied it. Hartenstein with it. Oklahoma City moving it around. The Thunder with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it. helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
For 3.
8 points for Williams.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And there's the call on DeAndre.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And the Thunder making a switch here.
On the floor for the Thunder. Luguentz Dort. Isaiah Joe.
Some solid defense from Ayton.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Outside Williams. That's tipped. Williams with the steal. It's Henderson on the wing. He has 5. Pass to Kamare. Back to Henderson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
And he's got such a high basketball IQ for a young player. Henderson already has plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
The line for Portland.
And he makes both free throws. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Inside. Outside. Dort. Back to Hartenstein. Kept alive. And here is Caruso. To the paint. And stolen by Sharp. Floats it up for Henderson. It's stolen by Dort. Here's Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assist from
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Sharp on the wing. Pass to Henderson. Here's Kamara. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
third
The
personal.
Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
At the line for
Both good from the line that time. Thunder trailing by 5. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Puts up a deep 3. He can't get that one to fall.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Holmgren with it. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. To the inside, to the left wing. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Williams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Caruso, no good. Portland leading by 5. Pass to Klingon. Back to Grant. From downtown, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And the Thunder with the possession here. Here's Williams. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Pass to Klingon. Avdia on the wing. Klingon's shot is off. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Caruso. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. For the tie, Avdia with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And the dunk by Grant.
And look at the hops on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain him.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. Wallace outside. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 5. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all. And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside, Avdia. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Rupert missing. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the screen. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's tipped.
And at 7'2", Klingon is a huge shot-blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Grant, that's good.
And how about the physicality from Grant, not allowing the close defense to keep him from his shot.
Pass to Holmgren. Stolen by Avdia. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. No good from Grant. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wallace looking for an opening. He takes it in. Holmgren. Misses in close. Trailblazers leading by 7. Outside, Avdia. Hits the three-point bomb. Avdia's got his first 3 points of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break.
43. The Thunder. 33.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. See if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeremy Grant picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Here's Clingan. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Williams gets the bucket.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Henderson. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Oklahoma City ball.
Thunder trailing by 10. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And the Thunder with the possession here. It's a 10-point game. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Pass to Sharp. Over in the corner, Williams. Grant gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Pass to Clingan. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
At the line for the Thunder.
And both free throws good for Williams. Here's Henderson. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Ayton And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, just proving how fast he can heat up. Once Ayton finds that rhythm, he is going to work.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. And here's Anderson. He'll bring it up for Portland.
2 minutes.
They have a 9-point lead.
2 minutes.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
You know, something that Williams does so well, as soon as he has inside position, he just goes for the finish.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. .144 left to play here in the fourth. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as that.
The kick out to Williams. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Now Henderson. Six to shoot. Here's Oklahoma City. They trail by 11. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage.